We have lived here for 3 months.
Yeah.
We just moved in. We were actually looking to buy something, and we were considering leaving New York because it's a lot to rent in New York. It's a lot of money.
We're also family planning, so the main impetus for us even looking was that we want to have a baby and we needed more space.
I am a sexuality educator. I have been such for 10, 11 years now. I love it. And I'm also a breast cancer survivor. I do what I have called topless activism, where I will share pictures of myself or go topless in public to raise awareness about Black queer people, Black non-binary people, Black trans people can also get breast cancer. Advocacy is not necessarily geared to our community, so I just took matters into my own hands.
I'm from East Oakland, California originally. I'm an audio engineer. I'm a budding, burgeoning bassist. You know, not that good yet, but you know, I got the funk. I'm coming with it a little bit. She would like for me to say that I'm a writer. Since Ericka is somebody in the public eye, it just so happened that I became her manager, and as we were forming a relationship. So we met in 2016. We've been together for 3 years now, and so it all was kind of serendipitous, and I moved to New York to be with Ericka.
This is our little baby animal.
Your baby.
My baby, Baguette. Also your baby.
My pet.
Baguette
yes.
X. She is a bread like dough, like yeast like freedom fighter. Say hi.
I love rattan and like bohemian style. If it was up to me, the whole place would be filled with rattan furniture, funky rugs and stuff, but Eb hates that.
I like textures, I like structured things. I like woods and leathers and suede. I like the way certain things feel. It represents me perfectly with the leather and the brown and the tan. It's the big dog chair, and this is where the big dog sits at, you know, in the house. But I love this chair.
For me, our space is centered around plants. Plants are like my altars. Being grounded and being connected to the soil is very near and dear to our ancestral lining and our lineage, if you will.
Yeah.
But also like Blackness as well.
When anybody comes to our home, they can really see themselves reflected very strongly and very powerfully. And I didn't grow up in the suburbs, but I did grow up in a place that really celebrated Blackness in Oakland and really put it on a pedestal and a mantle. So most of these items came from Peace and Riot, which is a Brooklyn Black-owned furniture boutique store. This Yoruba sash came from Black Market Vintage, which is also a Black-owned vintage and memorabilia store in Brooklyn.
This is actually our first piece of artwork that we've ever bought. That is James Baldwin, someone who is near and dear to our lives and one of our ancestors. This piece here is beautiful because it's like my vision board of what I want my future to be. I have the garden, I have a million head wraps, so now the baby is next. So I feel like it's not any different than a lot of Black folks, how they would have their spaces like a celebration or a nod to us.
Yes.
Because we don't oftentimes get that anywhere else.
Yes.
So we get to come home to a space that is just dripped in that.
Yes, absolutely.
We dance in here sometimes.
Well, teach me how to line dance.
What? Okay, let's do it. Dun, dun, dun. Look at you go. Good. Keep going. And now back.
So this is our altar. We have libations for the ancestors. This shield is another beautiful piece from Black Market Vintage. So we have it in, I think, what would be the center of our home, underneath our altar, just to kind of protect us and to also protect the folks who have moved on. My mother and my grandmother, Ebony's grandmother, Mother Stiggs, Ebony's great-grandmother, Granny. My great-grandmother is also there. I mean, I think that our home cultivates a safe space. You're not gonna get misgendered in our space. You are gonna be affirmed in how you wanna dress and how you present yourself. Just exist in your full being. Your Blackness will always be celebrated here. People always say like, you know, I feel like I'm at home. It's not the stuff on the walls, like it's also us, you know, and making people feel welcome. I think it's important to talk about, as Black queer people, getting a place to live in the first place in a place like New York City, where Black and brown people are actively pushed out of spaces. That was the most challenging, because you are so on edge if you're gonna have a home or not, you know, and a home that you want. This is our dream home. When we got the news that we got it, I bawled, like I was crying like so much. The hardest part about moving into this space is believing that it's yours and it's not gonna be taken away.